Welcome to a brand new set of EdTech Mentorship tutorials. I'm Victoria Olson, and in this tutorial set, we are going to be exploring creative applications for the iPad. I'm going to be giving different examples of elementary uses. However, these apps are creative so they can be used at any level K to 12. First, we are going to be taking a look at the Book Creator app. The Book Creator app is a great app for open-ended work because it allows us to explore different open-ended concepts. So everything from retelling a story to writing our own story to compiling class information, this app kind of does it all. So we're going to start at the very top and we're going to make a new book. What's going to happen is we have different options for the book shape, so you can pick the one that you like. Just for today, we're going to pick square. And what's going to happen is it's just going to give you a cover. So please note that the first page, that cover, is you do need a cover. That's going to be the front cover of your book. And then when you flip to page two, and you'll see it says page 2 of 3, those will be seen if you export this to iBooks or anywhere else. They will be seen as side-by-side pages. So keep that in mind that you do have to make a book cover. So we're just going to play and make a book cover today a little bit. To add any elements to the page, you can press the plus button, and you're going to have an option to add multiple items to this cover or to any pages that you add to your book. So you can do everything from accessing your own photos to accessing the camera. So just make sure you give the appropriate permissions for these when it comes up. You can also draw on the book with a pen, and you'll have a couple options here for colors and things like that. So if I want to actually kind of create my own book cover shapes, I can do that as well. I can also erase my work if I don't like it. Maybe I'd like something a little bit more clean on that book cover. So I'll just finish erasing that. Done. I can also add text there. So to add text, there's going to be a text box that pops up. So I can say title of my book. Oops. And then I can actually format this by pressing the I button. So I can play with the size. I can bold it, italicize, etc. I can center it and choose from a bunch of different fonts. So there you have it. And then once again, I can resize and place that where I want. And there's some great little indicators of where the center of the book is as well. I can also add text or add sound. We'll play with the sound feature in a little bit. And I can add shapes to the page too. So I was drawing those other ones, but these are actually shapes that you can bring in. So if I click it, it will just appear. And I can play with some of the elements that way. Anytime you want to delete anything, just click the I and you can delete it. All right, so let's move on to the second page of the book. And what we're going to do is I'm going to press the plus button again. And this time we are going to actually add a sound. So I am hoping this doesn't interfere with the fact that I am using the Camtasia screencasting, but I'm going to give it a try anyway. So there you have it. There's a button that says start recording. You just click it. And I can start recording right on my iPad. And you can see the time ticking. I'm going to stop. And then it'll ask you, do you want to use this recording or not? So I can say yes. And to hear it, I just tap on the recording. All right, and you can pause. You can also move that down to the bottom corner, and it's just an indicator for anybody who downloads this as an iBook that they can listen to that recording. All right. The other thing is that these pages are really white and blank. So if you press on that I, maybe I want to actually change the background color of the page so I can pick different background colors and play with whatever fits with my theme. I can also play with different kinds of papers, and these have been kind of just added over time. So just make sure you play with some of these. You can also customize exactly the color you want. But it's pretty solid right now. I would say that over time we will see more textures and kind of paper options in this app. So we'll go back to page. Another thing that we can do in Book Creator is we can export our final copy up into different formats. So we'll press this up button, and the predominant thing that you want to do is open it in iBooks. Okay, so we're going to do that. And obviously we don't really have much on this, but you can definitely see there's that cover, and you'll see how once I turn the page, they turn like pages, and how those pages are side by side like I said before, and there you can see our audio option. So that's just the basics of how to use it, but I do want to give you a sample of a book that we have created. So I'm going to go back to the library, and this is a class compilation. So this was a project, and I'm just going to flip back through some pages here. So in class, we read a book called The Most Magnificent Thing, and this story was about this little girl who she just worked on creating this invention that was going to be amazing and magnificent, but she got frustrated and confused along the way as she tried to design this invention. So all of our kids kind of put together what they would make if they had to make a magnificent thing, and then they added, you can see those little audio recording buttons, they added their voice to explain what it is. So this particular project was used to compile a class compilation, but obviously kids can be using this app to retell stories or do other things of that nature. Thank you for joining us for this first ETMN tutorial on creative apps for the iPad. In the other tutorials upcoming, we will be taking a look at Piccollage, Poplet, Keynote, and Sketch, just for some options of how to play with images or compile images or videos or anything together to make cool products in your classroom. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.